Hey, what's up? It's your girl, DijahDiva, coming to you live from the hashtag Diva Gang podcast, and I'm going to let y'all know about a divalicious app called Anchor FM. First of all, I will keep it 100, 1,000 with y'all. I would never lead y'all astray. The app, first of all, let's start off first. It's free. That's what y'all want to hear, right? We don't hear that word often, especially as creatives. We always shell out a lot of money. It's great to have a free break every now and then. And they have creation tools on this free, may I add again, app, where you can edit and record your podcast right off your phone or your computer. No third-party editing apps, all done on one place and one take. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and any other place where you listen to podcasts. No third-party distributors, straight up off of one place, okay? And for you creatives, it's finally time for us to start getting some coin for ourselves. Yes, support your Black creative artists, okay? And they will start helping you make money off your podcast with no minimum listenership. That means no matter if 300, 30, 3,000, or 3 million people hear you on your podcast, you will still be eligible to get paid. That is everything for creatives, especially independent creatives. It's everything you need in a podcast in one place. So if you want to be divalicious and down for the Diva Gang, make sure y'all download that free Anchor app or go on anchor.fm to get started. Bitch, let me tell you something. Hey, what's up? It's your girl, DijahDiva, and you are tuned in live to the hashtag Diva Gang podcast, where we talk about art, music, entertainment, pop culture, and have cultivated controversial conversations. Okay, let's get into it. Let me just start off this podcast with being 100% transparent. This is now, I said this in the last recording I did of this, which is, I'm just keep it real. We are a work in progress. And I recorded about 4 minutes worth of a podcast. And the computer I was hooked up to crashed. So I had the computer crash twice before that. And I just decided to fold that laptop and use my old phone and get the app and do all the distribution and just do it there. I know that's none of y'all business, but you know what? I just feel like we might as well break the ice and keep it real. I gotta expose myself. So you know what? Fourth time is the charm. So we're here with it. Let's go ahead and just get into it. I wanted to talk today about the XXL freshman list, okay? I already saw the list. If any of y'all didn't see the list, I'm pretty sure it's circulating somewhere on Twitter. And I saw the list, and it was cool. It was what it was. Slightly underwhelming, but tis what tis. But moving forward, I've watched XXL Freshman since like 2011, 2012, back when Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole was on there. And I really actually am, now that I'm looking back at it, looking to see that them being the freshmen of their class and seeing where they are now and how they've progressed is actually kind of mind-blowing. But over time, I've become more and more and more underwhelmed with the XXL freshman Cypher. In 2017, I was just like, man, fuck this shit. Because I'm going to keep it real. XXL is when you rip away the beats, the gimmicks, the videos, the visuals, all of that's ripped away. And all you have to prove to the world that you deserve to have your first step in the rap industry is your bars. If you are not spitting bars, then it doesn't matter. And that's why I loved XXL Freshman at one point, but I feel like they started to succumb to a lot of peer pressure, and they just started putting people on just because of their popularity or a song or popular dance or whatever. And I'm going to keep it real. When it comes down to me and rap, and this is something y'all need to know about me on my podcast where I'm reviewing music or talking hip hop, I believe in real rap. Bars on top of bars on top of bars. I'm a Jay-Z, Nas, Queen Latifah, Ice Cube, MC Lyte, Lil Kim, Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes, Eminem, Kanye West type bitch, okay? Nicki Minaj type bitch, a Lil Wayne, Drake, if you will. I'm a person who believes that music can be great, the beat can be great, the gimmicks can be great, but at the end of the day, can you rap? And to me, if you cannot spit, that means that you don't have no punchlines, no metaphors, no story to tell, no cadence, no flow. If you don't have at least one or two of those 5 elements, to me, you just can't rap. And I don't give a fuck. I'm not about to kiss no ass. I'm not about to bend or succumb my rules for new styles. I don't give a fuck what style you choose. You could choose the rock and roll Rico Nasty. You could choose the techno, auto-tune T-Pain. You can do the mumbo jumbo, the trap, the drill, the vibe rap. I don't give a damn what you choose. If you not having bars, then I don't really give a fuck about it. And you can't rap to me if you ain't got no bars. I never was discriminatory about style. I ain't never gonna be discriminatory about style choice. I just want to know, can you spit? And that's where I feel like in 2017, XXL Freshman kind of lost that element of actual rapping, and that's hard to lose when the basis of your platform is off of rap, freestyling, bars. So when I saw the XXL list, I was like, man, this is gonna be another piece of bullshit again. Because last year, if I'm gonna keep it real, last year I felt like the women carried the ciphers, and that's okay for us to carry the ciphers, because I feel like women carry the ciphers no matter where they go. But Mulatto was spitting. The year before that, 2019, Megan Thee Stallion was spitting. Who else was on there? Rico Nasty was spitting. Tierra Whack went the fuck off. But the only men that I felt like did good on that 2019 list, I feel, was DaBaby and Cordae. I love Cordae. If y'all don't know, y'all should go check out his EP on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify. It's really fire. But I was very excited to hear, even though I've been underwhelmed in the past by XXL Freshman list, I was still very excited to give these new artists a chance, especially because I'm a black artist and we know my platform is about supporting and up in black art. So the first person who rapped was Dee-Juh. And I never heard of this guy before. He was kind of cute. Hey, what's up? And I listened to him rap, and I was actually very, very, very impressed. I was going into it with very low expectations, and he kind of exceeded my expectations. And I'm seeing on his Apple Music, let me get into him, because I feel like he had bars, he had a story to tell, he had something more to say. And it looks like he has been pushing music since 2018. Because, I don't know if this is considered an EP. I think this is an EP. The Take Me Serious is an EP. This looks like an album. The Valedictorian. And this album, this might be an EP or an album. And it says DDG Entertainment. So he's obviously independent, which I love. It's called Die for Respect. And, of course, he has features on here like Coil Ray, PNB Rock, 42 Doug, I think that's Blueface and Young Boy. Okay, I can see where you're going. I think he did a really, really good job. Moving forward, Lakia. I've heard of her before, but I've never really listened to her music. I really think that she did the best. I've never really, caught up with her, but I think she did amazing. She was rapping, she had confidence, she was cocky, she came in and she ghosted and she left out. And she's been putting out music, it looks like professionally since 2020. The Key Mix. Okay. I'm looking. Time's Up and In Due Time. Okay, I see her. And she got a song with City Girls, Gucci Mane, Young Blue, 42 Doug. Okay. I'm going to give her album a listen. I might do a review on another, on a later podcast. Because I was really fucking with her. I felt her. I really liked her. She did a really good job. And I feel like on the internet, on Twitter, which we'll get into later, I don't feel like people are talking enough about her. They're too busy trying to trash Coil Ray, which we'll get into shortly. But they're not talking about her enough. I think that, I think she deserves a lot more of the attention on Twitter than anybody else because she actually did really, really, really good. I was pleasantly surprised. Moray. Now, I've been following Moray. I think I follow one of his road managers or something, and he follows me. But Murray, I actually like him, and he was one of the only people that I've actually heard of. And I was actually very happy to hear somebody freestyle. I don't think I've ever heard that on XXL, somebody just going off the top. And he got that song Quicksand, and I like that song. And he got a song called My Life on J. Cole's album, and I like that song on the album. I really like Murray. I feel like he has multiple skills. He can spit. He can probably write if he's writing all of these things, and he can sing. I think he has a story to tell. I'm very excited to see where he's going to be 10 years from now. I feel like he has a style that has a lot of longevity. He's just giving me real Houston country ghetto boy energy, just by his aesthetic and the way that he chooses to represent himself. It's very familiar. Like, I feel like I could see somebody like him at the barbershop up the street, you know. He's giving me real Greens Point energy, and I actually like Murray. So I was happy that he did what he did. And I hate to be that person, but let me take a sip of my drink before I do this. Miss Coi Leray. Miss Coi LaFucking-Ray. You did terrible. You know you did terrible. Your whole team knows you did terrible. And my problem is, I did a little research, and you used to actually be okay. I don't ever think that you were fire, but back in the day where you used to dress a little bit more masculine and pushing and have a little bit more real of a story to tell, it was okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was super bars worthy. But all of the music you've put out has been bad. And if you hadn't been using TikTok dances and famous social media ploys like big all of that shit, then you wouldn't have anything. I just feel like a lot of your style is so gimmicky, and I feel how I feel. I don't have any interest in working with you ever, because I just don't think that you're talented. And I don't mean to be negative. I don't mean to be ugly or rude. And I'm not going to get into the whole skinny shame debacle, because I feel like a lot of that was bullshit. But I really feel like you're a cute girl. You're probably really, really, really nice. And I think that I would love to go to brunch with you, you know, and have a good kiki time. But other than that, I don't feel like you're very talented at all. And I feel like a lot of the reason why you've gotten to the game is because of nepotism and light skin privilege. Just like another person I talked about on my last podcast. Because there's so many people who could use a platform like you that you have, that have way more talent, that are way more thirsty, that are way more, you know, have way more to offer. And it just always makes me very, very angry, especially as an independent black artist, female rap artist. It just makes me angry. And people say, oh, you're just projecting because you're jealous. You talked about Saweetie, you talked about Coi Leray. Yes, I am jealous, because I know that I am a person who spit bars, who is fire, and I can't even get a half of a Kit Kat break. And it just makes me angry. And it also makes me angry when I see other artists that are way better, who are just a little dark, a little thick, a little queer, and they can't make it nowhere. It makes me very upset. And I just feel like I'm not saying that you should reject money or reject the platform, but I'm just saying, at least if you get the platform, work on your craft and hone in. I just don't think that you, and then you're going to, and then you started twerking, because you really you didn't say anything. You were mumbling, and then you repeated the same shit like 4 or 5 times, and then you started twerking. Everybody on your team know you're ass, and the fact that you still get pushed because you're popular just pisses me off. You're just one of those popular girls. It's like high school, and I said what the fuck I said, and this is how the fuck I feel, and I'm keeping it real. I don't think she's very talented, And I'm going to be real. The fact that you tried to come for Rico Nasty, a person who actually has talent and has an image and has a brand and has something going for herself and is hungry and thriving, who works hard, who a person who is very unique. There's nobody like her. The fact that you tried to come for her is laughable. Rico Nasty on her worst day is wiping her floor with you. Lyrically. Yeah, I'm not about to sit up here and entertain that debate. And the problem that I have also is that even in your trash, you are still getting more talks than the other people on the Cypher that actually outperformed you. I don't hear people talking about Moray on Twitter. I don't hear people talking about DDG. I don't hear people talking about Lakia on Twitter. And the thing is, the fact that your trash gets more clout than other people's treasure pisses me off. And that's why I wanted to start this off with talking about Lakia, because Lakia did great, and I am definitely going to be reviewing her mixtape or her album or EP. I'll figure out what it classifies as. I'm definitely going to be checking that out on my platform, because that's what I want to promote. I don't want to sit up here and talk shit about artists I don't like. I want to talk shit about artists that I do like. I want to be here bigging this bitch up because she fucking killed it. It is no reason why she doesn't get the same amount of clout for her treasure that you get for your trash. I think she did amazing. And everybody around you, even other artists, have been gassing you up because you're a good look to work with right now because you're so popular. And, you know, it is what it is. And I said what I said. If she was fat or dark-skinned or whatever, she wouldn't see anything. And that's on period. Let's move on to the next topic at hand. T-Pain went on a rant today, and I was actually here for it. I was really here for it because I feel like he had amazing points. He went off today talking about how artists are the same, everybody is the same. I would play it for you, but my computer is restarting again. But he was basically saying, we already have 2 people named Baby. We already have Lil Uzi Vert. We already have this. Why don't y'all come up with something else? Everybody is rapping and singing about the same thing. Everybody is doing the same thing. And as much as I want to disagree with him, because I have 2 things of the coin. And this is the same thing I speak about when people are talking about all female rappers sound the same. Here's the 2 sides of the coin. The people who are pushed through algorithms and are promoted and given the biggest platforms all sound the same. Everybody else who's really talented, who are grinding, that y'all overlook, are unique. And let me explain to you what I mean. I always hear people say all female rappers sound the same. And I always ask them, have you heard of Mona Leo? Are you listening to Rap City? Are you listening to Chica? Are you listening to Tierra Whack? Are you listening to anybody? Are you listening to the Akeem Ali's? Are you listening to anybody who is rapping, who's doing their thing? Martina Marie. Are you listening to the Ken the Mans? Are you listening to all of these different people? Are you listening to the Libra Jolies? Are you listening to them? Are you listening to these people? Because if you're not, then it's not that everybody that sounds the same. It's everybody that you listen to sound the same. Everybody that you continue to get pushed and platformed to sound the same. Because we have so many different artists out here, so many different people who have so many different diversified contents, people who rap about different things, sing about different things, who use different sounds, who make beats from scratch, who do their whole wardrobe, who have different styles and different types of lanes and avenues they go through, but they always seem to be overlooked. Because sometimes a lot of these people who are truly talented, who are truly unique, a lot of them have a lot of attribute barriers. They're dark skinned. They're poor. They're not trying to flex and flaunt. They're real demure. They're shy. They're introverted. They are queer. They're non-binary. A lot of the people who are really talented and unique are the people who don't have the look, the steez, the attitude to get pushed through the algorithm. It's always that same person, the same the cookie cutout person. And That's one thing. So everybody does sound the same because the only people that are getting platforms are the people who sound the fucking same. If everybody sees a formula is working, everybody's going to use that formula. So that's why all the female rappers are singing about sex and rapping about sex, because first of all, a lot of them are getting their bodies done to meet the male gaze so that they can be endorsed and have all of these deals so that they can even get anywhere where somebody is looking at them and saying, oh, you're a sex symbol and sex sells. But not only that, they're rapping about the shit that y'all push and promote. People they're working through a formula that works. If it doesn't work, then it wouldn't be everybody sounding the same. So I'm not going to get mad at all of these artists that use a formula that works. I'm sorry. But T-Pain is completely 100% correct. Everybody does sound the same. A lot of people, these labels are pushing them to sound like that. And the thing is, when I'm listening to certain artists, I listen to how it's like Coi Leray. I listen to how they sound post-label and pre-label. And a lot of the times, those are two completely different bitches. I listen to how certain people sound before they get signed, and they sound like a hungry artist. They good. I'm like, oh, I fuck with this. I really like this. Why is it that they're trash now? It's the labels that are pushing the same formula. And that's what T-Pain needs to talk about. He needs to talk about the labels. He needs to talk about what we as society push. Because even when Cardi B was talking about how people are complaining that all of these female rappers rap about their pussy and shit like that, she was talking about how the blogs, the shade rooms, the neighborhood talks and all of these, they are not pushing chicas and Rap Cities and Young and Maze and Tierra Wax. They not pushing those type of rappers. So you can only complain at the extent of what you support. So I can see why T-Pain is upset, because there was a point in time when T-Pain was the unique voice in hip hop and R&B. He was the unique person. He was the odd thumb out, and people did him dirty. And he sees how hard it is to push when you're not trying to go through a formula. I'm one of those people. I don't use formulas. I make the music that I feel like makes an impact at the moment. And I can see why T-Pain says that. I get it 100%. But at the same token, if you don't want to hear that, then T-Pain's, then Kendrick Lamar's and J. Cole's and Nicki Minaj's and all of these people who are complaining that there's no bars, you need to start pushing and collaborating with all of these artists that you want to see. So a lot of y'all celebrities that complain about how music sounds now are part of the problem. If you feel like there's not enough bars and you come across this one chick that got bars, the fact that Nicki Minaj still hasn't worked with Malibu Mitch doesn't sit right with me, because she has bars and you've acknowledged that she's had bars and you put her on Queen Radio and all this other shit. Where's the music? Because if that's what you want to hear, if that's how you want females to be, then you need to push that. And you have a platform. You're big bro right now in the game. All of these people are big bro. If big bro would curate these little bros that they think have the juice and the sauce, then we wouldn't have this conversation now, would we? Okay. Now let's move on. I wanted to do a review. Speaking of Nicki Minaj, shout out to the Barbs that have sense, you motherfuckers. And I wanted to do a review on Bia's mixtape. Okay, I don't know if it's a mixtape, an EP. I'm sorry, and I'm gonna and we're gonna have a conversation about this later. But I'm gonna just go on a slight tangent. A lot of you artists need to really make clear what it is that you're doing, where it is that you're going, so your fans are not fucking confused. I'm not coming at you, Bia. I'm not at all. I'm coming at other artists in general, because I be looking at stuff just like I was looking at the DDG and Lakia and Moray and all that shit. I don't know if the shit is an album, a mixtape, or an EP. Which one is it? Make it clear, because Apple Music don't say it. I know some people put -EP at the end of their shit. I just would like clarity. Maybe I have to do a Google search. Maybe it's just me. I just really need clarity as to what the fuck I'm listening to, because I like to honor I like to honor how artists like to address their music. Okay. Oh, it's an EP. Okay. It's an EP. Okay. So now we're going to listen to the EP. It's called For Certain. I really like we're going to talk about the remix in a minute, okay? I just want to give the EP a listen because I want to be really fair to her as an artist because I don't want to just measure her up by that single. And we're going to talk about that later as well. So the first track was called B.I.B.I. And I get the play from the Little John song. B.I.B.I. Biatch. But I really liked it. I liked the beat. She, again, is not bar heavy. I kind of wish we got more bars because she was running it. I violate you. Like, she was running it through that third verse. I really wanted her to spit more, but the beat was pretty fire. I could see it getting traction in the club. I like the song. I'm definitely gonna keep this song in my collection because I like it. I really like that song. We're gonna move on to the next song called Skate. So the second song is called Skate. And I thought the song was pretty solid. I think she was, spitting. I think it was mild to severe spitting. The beat was cool. I'm not super impressed, but I'm not super underwhelmed either. It was solid. It was it was in the middle. I'm not calling it mid. I just think that, it was cool. This is my opinion. I fuck with it. I think she's a sweet looking girl. I just really think that it was cool. It was cool. I like the first song a lot better. But let's go. I already know Whole Lot of Money. We all already know Whole Lot of Money. Just give you my thoughts. I'm just gonna give you my thoughts on that song as it stands on its own. It's cool. I can see where the dances come from. I'm not 100% impressed with that song either. I think that the song is cool for what it is. It's not a whole bunch of spitting. It's a whole lot of whispering. And I don't know, because Coi Leray does the same thing. I get it. I'm like, okay. I'm not a fan of that sound either. If you're going to do that, then you need to spit some shit. But it was cool. I think the song is cool. It's popular. It's not nothing deep. It's alright. I'm not gonna be bumping it on its own like crazy like everybody else. I think the first and second song should have had way more traction than that one. The next song is called Same Hands by Lil Durk. And I like Durk. I feel like Durk is very talented. And I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. I like the song. I actually really like the song, and I'm going to tell you why. It's one of the first songs I think I've heard in the past couple years that has 3 verses. So just off of that alone, maybe I'm being like a crackhead fiending, but I really, really like that. It was a full song. It was a chorus. Choruses and hooks and refrains are meant to do what they do. Hook, chorus, and refrain are meant to be repetitive. But I thought she filled it in decently. I thought it was a really, really good written chorus. I want to know if she wrote that chorus. I'm about to look at the information. Same Hands. I'm pretty sure her name is Bianca. Who is Chris Barnett? I'm going to look at who Chris Barnett is. But I really did like the chorus. I think the chorus was really good. Chris Barnett. Okay. All right. A white guy, probably with the label. I'll have to look at the information later. But I really like the song. I heard it before. When the chorus came around, I was like, man, I've heard this song before. And lo and behold, I have. I definitely heard the song before. Lil Durk did okay. I really feel like he didn't need to be on this song, if I'm gonna keep it real. I do like him. I think he's a good rapper. I just don't think that he was necessary for this song. He did the whole singing, rapping thing that I'm really not into, and it was, I don't know, it just seems like he wrote it really quick and went to the studio. I could hear it, and I just, you know, because when he was on the song with Drake, I felt like he put a little bit more effort into those verses as opposed to this song. But you know what? You niggas needed a check. Get a check. Get a check. Get your check. I just feel like she could have done this song on her own. But it was really catchy. It was fun. And I actually liked it. I'm not dying over it, but I actually really did like it. Let's move on to the next song, which is, let me go back to the album. Chris Barnett. I gotta see who that is. It's probably with the label. Automatic with Doughboy and 42 Doug. I know who 42 Doug is. I'm not sure about Doughboy. He sounds familiar. Let's go ahead and get into it. Epic Records. Okay, Automatic. This was the first song on the project that I had to go to Genius and look at the lyrics. Because I'm going to keep it real, I had no clue what the fuck anybody was saying. Especially the last nigga, 42 Doug. I wasn't impressed with 42 Doug's rapping. I have never heard his music. I know who he is. I wasn't impressed. I'm going to try to listen to a project of his. I'll probably do it on a podcast. Probably not. I don't know. So I can get to know him. Doughboy did pretty decent. He did okay. Not blown away, but he did okay. I'll give him that. Bia did decent on the first verse, but the chorus was lit. But I may be a little petty, but that Crip Chanel, the Chanel bag Crip line, I have heard that line at least 4 times in the past month with releases. I know Ken the Man said it. I know that I heard Nicki say it on something else, and I heard her say it. The double C's, like a Crip, whatever. I want us to retire that line as much as I want us to retire I put the MAC to you like lipstick. I put MACs to you like eyeliner. The whole MAC cosmetic line with the MAC 11. I want us to retire that line. I've heard it a lot. Now it's starting to become a shared bar. Yeah, maybe I'm petty. I don't know who said it first. But the way that it's been delivered is pretty lit, but it was only lit the first 3 times I heard it. The next song that I'm going to go to is Plate. And I'm going to go ahead and let it go. Okay. This is actually going to go against my formula because, you know, this is art. It's up to interpretation. I like that song. Between the first track, Plate is my favorite so far. Yikes. I didn't think I like it because it only has one fucking verse. But the chorus is filled in beautifully. I think the chorus is filled in beautifully. It wasn't super punchline-y. I don't think in order to be a decent rapper, you have to be punchline after punchline after punchline after punchline. Because I feel like some people who try to punch just wind up sounding like reaching at some point. I do believe punchlines are necessary. They are necessary. It's like the butter, the eggs, the milk, the sugar, the cocoa powder to make a chocolate cake. You know, having a whole lot of cocoa powder is not making a good chocolate cake. A whole lot of butter is not a good chocolate cake. All of the 4 or 5 things put together in decent ratio and good harmony are what make a good cake. And even though this was missing a little bit of punchline, a little bit of metaphor, I felt like the cadence, the flow, the choices were really, really good in the verse. I didn't know that that's where she was going to take it. I like her voice. I do like her voice. I think it's really unique, and I think she is doing the voice justice. I like the song. I was trying to say, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know if I'm like it. I like it. I really like it a lot, even though I wish that it was longer. But for that song to just be a chorus, a verse, a chorus, and an outro, that song is 2 minutes and 37 seconds. It's pretty long for just that. I wish that song was a little longer, but I think that was the point. Like, play, you get a little taste. I don't know if that's what she was going with that. You know, artist to artist, she can let me know. I actually like that song. I like Played. I like it. I really like it. I'm going to add it to my collection. So far, I've added B.I.B.I. I put Skate on there. It's kind of on there by an edge. I put Same Hands on there because I actually like that song, but I really like Play. I like that song a lot. The next song is Cover Girl. I'm excited. I don't know if she's going to give me some cat, but I'm excited. Oh, shit. Okay. I changed my mind. Cover Girl is my favorite song on this fucking shit. See, that's what I'm talking about. She was rapping. She was making sense. She was telling a story. She was talking shit. It wasn't, it wasn't punchline-y, but it did have punchlines. It just wasn't metaphorical. But I do love the rhyme choice she chose in that first verse. Turns out I'm never in the drought, and from what these niggas say, I look better in person. I like that. That was a really the A B the AAB. I love that rhyme scheme choice. It's hard to use in rap, but it really was lit. When this bitch said niggas act like Future, but they say they want a Lauren, that was a bar. That's a caption for Instagram. I like this song. I ain't fucking no nigga if he don't deserve it. I like the chorus. I'm gonna be honest, Bia. I am very, very, very happy with you with the way that you've written your choruses. And that is a tough thing for a lot of rappers to do. A lot of rappers have to get help. I don't know if you got help, if that Chris guy was helping you with that one, but I really, really think that the verses are going to be the verses. They're going to come. But I appreciate the fact that your choruses sound so polished. And a lot of people, that's a hard skill for a lot of rappers to master. I like this song. I'm adding it too. I like the song. I like this song. I like it. And I know a lot of times it sounds like I complain a lot, but I actually like this song. I like it. It was damn near toward the end, but I fuck with the song. This last song is called Free Bia First Day Out. Now, when you say first day out or free anybody, I'm expecting you to just run through it. No chorus, no nothing. Run through it. That's what I'm expecting. So, I'm excited to hear this last song. Let's get into it. Whoo, I'm excited. Ooh, not that. That beat about to drop. I'm going to get on y'all nerves. That's actually my favorite song. Free Bia? That should have been the fucking, I don't know. The Bia intro was good. That was a good choice. I expected no chorus. I got no chorus. I want to know what you mean by you give all your masters to Sony. What the fuck are you talking about? What are we talking about? I need you to digest this shit. That beat was fire. Her spitting, she came through. This was, if we was going to talk about the best bars on the whole fucking album, this is it. Well, the EP. I'm not your slave. I'm not your dog in a cage. She said, these crackers still owe me. What the fuck are you talking about? What are we talking about? What are we discussing? Because I need to know. I need to know that shit. This song was good. And you know what I'm going to say about you, Bia? Because I always say I don't talk about an artist unless I listen to a full body of work. You know what the fuck I'm going to say about you, Bia? This was an appetizer. You have some shit coming that you don't even know yet. This was an appetizer. I am thoroughly impressed with you as an artist. And I actually don't say that often. I prefer to only choose artists to review on my platform that I want to be able to say that about, but I fuck with you. I personally feel like on this whole album, you didn't need nobody else. This was your shit. And I like you. I like you. I like you. I didn't think I would like you because I'm going to be honest, Whole Lot of Money is not my jam. I don't like that song at all. Not the biggest fan. But I really, really fuck with you because I see that you have something. Just let it out. I just want you to let that shit let that shit free, because I hear you running it. This song, I'm hearing something else come from this. I like when people spit like this. This is some shit that you don't hear these bitches doing. Period. I cannot wait until your next single situation, whatever the fuck you got. I'm actually looking at you now. And I know that don't mean shit coming from Little Old Diva Gang podcast, but what I'm saying is I really feel like you got something for yourself. I really feel like you have something going. And I want y'all to listen to the track. It's called For Certain. The EP is called For Certain. It's 8 tracks. It is how many minutes long? I gotta look later. It's probably about 30 minutes. I am actually very thoroughly impressed. The first track I liked a lot. Skate, that's probably gonna have to grow on me. I'll give that another listen. I don't like Whole Lot of Money. I've been knew that months ago. Same Hands was pretty solid. Automatic, I didn't like the niggas. Doughboy did okay. 42 Doug, I didn't really like his verse. Plate was pretty good. I liked the last 3 tracks. Really was like the bop for me. The triple shot. Like, I really fuck with it. I am actually very excited. I'm so happy that I actually gave you a listen to. I always tell people, do not judge an artist until you listen to a full body of work. Just like Beyonce say, a full body of work speaks volumes. I actually wanted to give a review to the Whole Lot of Money remix. Oh, you have another EP called Nice Girls Finish Last. Is that what it's called? But I'm gonna give that a listen. Oh, 6 tracks. I'm gonna give that a listen later. But 16 minutes. Okay, I can do that. But I really, really like you. I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to do. But let's talk about the Whole Lot of Money remix. I'm not a big fan of the original, so first verse and shit aside, Nicki Minaj came through. I feel like she did, she gave us a little taste, Nicki Minaj. She didn't really give us the full Roman. She gave us a taste. And I'm cool with that. She did the Whoa Whoa Holiday, and I thought that was really, really nostalgic. It took me back to a moment in my life where I was ratchet. And I like that. I really thought that the second verse that they did when they went back and forth with each other was fire. And I wish that was the whole song. I wish that she had scrapped that first verse and redid everything and just remixed everything. I really, really wanted more of that second or third. I said second, but I meant third verse. I wanted more of that for the whole song, because that whole "them bitches tripping, let's send them a postcard," that was a bar. The bars, the pun, that was a metaphor, and I felt like I wanted to hear more of that, and I want to hear more of that from you. But I also feel like, girl, Bia, if you ever see this, Bia, I like that. Don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short. If you are running it, you better run it. You make these people intimidated, because I feel like you're still holding back, even from listening to that whole thing. Bitch, you holding back. Me and you know it. And I don't want to hear you hold back no more. I don't understand why she's not talked about more. I don't understand why you're not talked about more. Her and Lakia. I don't understand why both of you ladies are not talked about more. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. But you know what? I will be talking about you on my platform, so that's all you need to know. And I really, really liked it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was really impressed. Now, let's move on to the next topic at hand, you guys. Okay, the last topic I want to talk about is Normani and Rihanna. Let's talk about Normani first. People say that she's coming. She deleted all her pictures. She put up a snippet of a new song on her Instagram. I'm going to be real. My friend told me this, and I'm not going to out him. But he said, I have never seen an artist get this much support without putting out music. And I'm going to keep it real. That's true. She has, 6 songs that she put out, I believe? No, 9. She had 9 after post Fifth Harmony. She's had 9 songs. And only one of them were with her and herself. All of the other ones have been features. And she performs really well. She's not a live singer. But she performs really well. She's really pretty. And I really am rooting for her because she's a really, really beautiful, dark-skinned queen. But I really... She's kind of, I feel, and I really fuck with her, but I do feel, my opinion, like she's wearing out a lot of her welcome. I do appreciate the fact that we've given her patience and grace. I do love that. I was shocked that she got as much grace as she got, but I am very happy that she's getting that grace because she's really talented. I am excited to hear what she has to do. I do feel like it's been a minute. I feel like at this point, she should have been put out an album or something like that. But you know what? Mental health, because I be inconsistent with my shit, with the podcast and all of the stuff. So I understand, and I've been supposed to put out my EP. So I get it. You got to get things in check and all these other things. You know, mental health. You have to be in a healthy headspace to put out art to people who are actually diehard supporting you. So I understand that. So I'm not going to harp on her too bad about that. I do see why people feel like, oh, we've supported you and you still haven't given us any product. I get that. But, you know, everything is in God's timing. And I understand why she would take so long. Now, she got money and the resources to get shit put out, but it don't matter about money and resources. Art is all about the connection. It's all about putting your soul in your music and putting everything into your craft. If you're not in a position to do that mentally, then I don't give a fuck how much money and production you got. It's gonna sound like a good produced, good backed, good budgeted prop bullshit not present project. So I do appreciate her for taking her time. So I'm really excited. I'm going to give her some grace. I'm going to give her some time. I'm really, really excited to see what she's going to come out with. And I've seen these pictures of Rihanna with A$AP Rocky doing the video in the Bronx. And I'm not one of those people who be saying, bitch, when you going to have music? Bitch, when you going to have music? But bitch, when you going to have some music? Because bitch, the world needs it. I get it if you are still taking your time getting all your other business ventures together. You put out way more than enough music to last the test of a lifetime. So I get that. I just know that, is it A$AP Rocky song? Was it A$AP Rocky featuring Rihanna? Is it Rihanna featuring A$AP Rocky? Is this meaning that you're stepping your foot back in the music game? The girls need to fucking know. Because I could use some new Rihanna music. I really, really could. It's been, I think, 2-3 years since she released a song. We could use it. But you know what? I also think Rihanna is old school, okay? I don't give a damn how modern and shit she is. She's old school. So is Beyonce. A lot of these artists are old school. They're not putting out albums once every 6 months or once a year or whatever. They're not burning out. They're not putting out that much music because even with Michael Jackson, in the span of his 40-year career, he only had 8-9 albums. Ben, Got to Be There, Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad, Dangerous, History, which is kind of its own album, but the conglomerate of the other albums, Invincible, Blood on the Dance Floor, which is full of remixes, and of course his 2 posthumous albums. So he only had 9 albums, and I'm including the solos that he had as a kid for his 40, damn near 50, half a century career. 9 albums. So if you divide that by 40 years, that's probably an album every 5 years, twice a decade. So, you know, technically we could be waiting another 2, 3, maybe even 4 years for an album, and it would still kind of work within the confines of the old school, making people have music. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about this later, but push it off to another podcast, but we really have to talk about the fact that it's not the attention spans are low, because people will pay attention to what they want to pay attention to. People watched Black is King, and that's like a 2-hour film. It's not about attention span being low, because all of those songs on that album were 3, 4, and 5 minutes, like old school songs. So it's not about people having low attention spans, even though that is true for people nowadays. It's about people not having music that stands the test of time. Because Rihanna still has music that's charting, that's doing good, that pops up and pops back down every now and then. And the fact that she still has music popping up and popping down and people making dances, and Natasha Banfield got people making dances from her for 10 years ago, it speaks volumes. And the fact of the matter is, it's called longevity. And a lot of these artists nowadays don't have that. I don't see myself listening to the same people I listen to now 10 years from now. I don't. And the thing is, people are listening to music from 30, 40 years ago. Queen, a lot of their songs are still popping now. Michael Jackson, he been dead for 10 plus years and people are still listening to his music. Whitney Houston, people are still listening to Whitney Houston. Isley Brothers, Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder, people are still listening to that music. And the problem is, I can't tell you the last time I listened to some of these artists that haven't put out music for maybe a year or two. A lot of these artists don't have longevity, and that's the scary part, and that's what I want to have, is longevity in the industry once I get to where I need to get to. But the thing about Rihanna is, she doesn't have to continuously push out an album every single year. At some point she was doing a lot of albums, but I do think that she has music that stands the test of time. So if she never wants to put out another album again, her music that she has stands for itself. We all know Umbrella. We all know California King Bed. We all know Only Girl in the World. We all know Disturbia. We all know Go Hard. We all know You the One. We all know Love on a Brain. We all are going to know those songs, and our kids are going to know them. The kids that are not even here yet are going to know these songs. So I think she's showing these girls what longevity in the game and having music that sticks and stands the test of time looks like. A lot of people will pressure you for more music and more music and more music every 6 seconds. And as soon as you give it to them, they're going to be asking for again. And I think that it's kind of like drugs. It really is like drugs. People will take the cut version of the cocaine and sniff it because it gets them high really quickly. But you need 10 times the amount of the cut cocaine versus the pure cocaine so that you can get the same amount of high. And I feel like the same thing happens with music. A lot of the time, the music game is just like the drug game. A lot of OGs will tell you that. But a lot of times, a lot of y'all artists are putting out cut cocaine with chemicals and formaldehydes and all types of shit in it. Certain other artists give that pure shit. The Beyoncés, the Rihannas, a lot of people stand the test of time, and I think that a lot of people are not understanding that about Rihanna, and that's why they're so pressed. And if they weren't so pressed, they wouldn't stop listening to that music. And that's what people, and I feel like a lot of times, even nowadays, artists put out music that people didn't ask for or give a fuck about. And with Rihanna, she is literally making us beg for it. She is literally making us want music. And that is what you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have a demand so you can have a supply. Not oversupplying a demand that isn't there. And I think she has mastered that from being a businesswoman. But I also feel like that's the leverage that she has to all of these new girls. Because all these new girls got to put out music every 6 seconds. And it's really sad to see, because a lot of the new girls are talented. It's just that they don't understand the art of making good, long-lasting, original-sounding music. And that's where everything starts and stops. I really am excited to see what's going on and how, if she's going to release music. People said that she has little clues. They had the Shakira thing, and they think that there's going to be another collab. I don't know. I feel like people are reaching at this point because they're desperate for Rihanna music. But I really, really am excited to see what Normani and what Rihanna has coming. If it is anything, I know Normani definitely has something coming out. I really am excited. And on that note, I really appreciate you guys for tuning in with me today on our second episode of the Diva Gang podcast, where we talk about art, music, entertainment, pop culture, and have cultivated controversial conversations. Bye, divas.